It's time for the Doug Garrison Show. Tonight it's 40 below as Doug meets with a group of young professionals. The marathon man, Tracy Lokken, is here to go over his upcoming schedule. There are changes planned at Marquette's Tourist Park. We get the details. And we meet the men of Payne Hall's Ice House, here to talk about their Bachelor Auction to benefit UPAWS. Hey, that's us! Stick around, the Doug Garrison Show starts now.
Tell the host 2 minutes. Stand by live to tape. Lighting to show level, please. Confirm front of house sound, PFL. Roll tape on masters, challenge places. Alright, let's clear the set. Cue John music, open stage mics, standby effects, standby CG. Standby to open on 3, 2. Alright folks, let's have a good show. Stand by, roll it in.
Well, thanks for joining us for this week's edition of the Doug Garrison Show. I want to welcome our viewers at home on Charter Channel 12 and Fox UP. And we're going to start out tonight's show with a spotlight on service brought to you by the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union, where they are all about service to community. And I thank them for their support. And with me right out of the gate here is Tyler Latondras. Tyler, thanks for joining us. You've been on the show before.
Yes,
Yeah.
last year.
Last year, and it was for this same event, the Ice House of Payne Hall not celebrity, well, maybe someday, but a Bachelor Auction to benefit UPAWS.
Yes. We've been doing this for about 8 years now, and last year we did amazing. We had a big turnout. We raised just over $200, I believe, and we're hoping to get even bigger and raise even more this year.
Well, the more you do it, the more we get the word out. I'm sure it will grow. From my standpoint, I'm just amazed at the fact you guys are doing this, raising money for UPAWS. We're big supporters of UPAWS. Everybody has pets and loves their pets, and that's obviously a great institution in Marquette County. We thank you very much for that. Now, tell me when, where, and what can people expect?
Okay, it's going to be April 11th from 7 to 9 p.m., and it's going to be in the Payne-Halverson lobby. And
it's on campus, should be easy to find. The best way to get there, maybe off of Lincoln Avenue, what would you suggest?
Lincoln Avenue will be good. Also, Wright Street is another good entrance. And pretty much to expect, we're going to go in, we're going to have the bachelors mingle a little bit for a while, and then we're going to get the auction started. And then after that, we're going to go down and have a dinner cooked by us, and hopefully have a good time.
What else can people expect if they buy one of these guys? What do they get out of that?
You get a lovely time with 3-course meal, great atmosphere, you know.
And it's all that night?
All that night, yep, right after.
And then, but if they connect and something happens, you know, who can tell what the future holds?
Exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Okay. About how many guys are you going to auction off?
We're looking at 30 to 35 bachelors.
Okay, good.
Yes.
And people from the community are welcome as well?
Always.
Okay.
Always, yes.
And we've got a sampling of some of the guys here tonight. Why don't we go ahead and meet some of the bachelors that we're going to be seeing that night? Come on up. First up, your name, sir?
Roy Robert Owensby.
Roy, and where are you from?
I'm from Neenah, Wisconsin.
Neenah. And majoring in anything yet?
Majoring in marketing now, senior.
Oh, very good. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Tell me, why would anybody want to bid on you?
Well, you know, I got this impeccable smile. You know, I got
nice,
the flow.
You have a nice smile.
Got the little hair flip there.
Yeah.
And I look really, really good in short shorts. Yeah.
You look good in short shorts. Okay, great. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck. Next up.
Hello.
Hi.
Jerry Allen.
Jerry, I like your vest.
Thank you.
Yeah, in fact, you told me to wear a vest tonight.
Yes, I did.
I wore it, and I tried to button it, Jerry.
You still look good, though.
It's not working. The last time I wore this, I think, was when I was over at Northern in Hunt Hall, but that's okay. Jerry, where are you from?
Clarkston, Michigan.
Very nice. And majoring in?
Culinary arts, actually.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So you know all about the food deal.
Yeah.
Why would someone want to bid on you?
Well, I mean, also like Roy, this smile.
Great smile.
Well-mannered, you know.
As I've found out. Very good.
And I know how to show a person a good time, yeah.
Okay, very good. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, next up.
Hello.
Your name?
Chris Pleminski.
Chris, where are you from?
Newberry, Michigan.
Yeah, McMillan area.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. And what are you majoring in these days?
Biochemistry.
Boy, a smart guy.
Not really.
That's what the beard has to do with that, huh?
Yeah.
And why would somebody want to win you in this auction?
I'm cute and cuddly like a teddy bear.
Cute and cuddly like a teddy bear. Okay, that works for me. Next up. Your name, sir?
Hello, Nicholas Sinsa.
Nick, where are you from?
I'm from Unicene down the road.
Oh, very good. And majoring in anything yet?
Electronic imaging.
Ah, very good. Why would someone want to spend their money on you?
Well, not only am I handsome, but I have incredibly soft hair.
Hang on. Well, very nice.
Not right now because it's combed.
Oh, it's a little product in there?
Yeah.
It'll work. Okay, that works good. I like that. Good job. Next up, last but not least tonight, and you are?
Ethan Berg.
Ethan, where are you from?
Eaton Rapids, Michigan,
Oh,
just south
very
of
nice.
Lansing.
Yeah, very good. Majoring in anything yet?
Zoology, pre-veterinary.
Very good, yeah. And why would someone want to put their money on you?
My epically deep voice, rugged manly handsomeness, my impeccable fashion sense. I was the star in all of the Ice House Bachelor Auction commercials, and I'm smarter than the average bear.
Okay, Ethan, good luck to you. Tyler, I think you've got some good guys here. I think you're going to have a successful event. One more time, date, and place.
April 11th from 7 to 9 p.m. Payne Helverson Lobby here in Marquette.
Okay, well, good luck. Once again, thank you very much, guys, all of you for contributing. You know, being a part of this community. You know, when I was over at Northern, we didn't do a lot of this kind of stuff. We just had fun. Good to see people contributing and being involved and being an important part of this Marquette County area. Good luck. Ice House from Payne Hall. Thank you very much. I know you're going to have a good time. Everybody's invited, so if you want to go to that, check it out. Okay, stick around. When we come back, it's going to be 40 below. Yeah, check on that.
So, can anybody become a member at the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union? That's unbelievable. Can I get a home equity loan here?
You sure can, and a car loan too.
Can I refinance my mortgage here?
You bet, and we do car loans too.
You're kidding me. No, it's true. Hey, can I get a car loan here too? Thanks, Monty. That was easy.
Stop in and see Mickey or Loretta at our Marquette location or visit Dan at our Harvey location. Marquette Community Federal Credit Union, home of the same-day car loans.
Now this is a sea of cars and trucks.
And how about over 130 that get over 30 MPGs?
4 all-wheel drive models that get over 26 miles per gallon.
We have the top 5 selling cars in America all under one roof.
And if you haven't heard, we're making car buying fun again.
Right now you can save on all remaining 2012s.
And if it's all about low payment for you, then how about this Toyota Corolla, just $149 per month? And Toyota Camry, $199 per month. We thought you'd like that.
Riverside Auto of Marquette, where you never have to drive for a better price.
The Doug Garrison Show is brought to you in part by Iron Bay Computer and Design. Iron Bay gives you the quality and service you demand. And by John's Auto, voted the Reader's Choice #1 source for a used vehicle in Marquette County. 7 times. No fancy slogans, just a lot of satisfied customers at John's Auto, 1004 West Washington. All right, well, we saw some very young professionals in our first segment, those guys from Ice House and Payne Hall. As I said, that's great. We've got some not as young professionals, but still young professionals.
Not so young.
Not so young, but under 40, because the organization is called 40 Below, which means you have to be under 40 to be a part of this organization. Anna, you've been in this group for a couple of years now.
Sure, since it started.
Yeah, what's the mission of 40 Below?
40 Below is primarily a networking organization for young professionals under the age of 40 to come together, share ideas, meet each other. We're not a service organization. Yeah, it's just a networking group.
Do a little business, exchange ideas.
You bet.
Kind of foster a good business atmosphere in the community.
Absolutely, get to know people that you might not otherwise get to know through your daily lives.
Yeah.
It's really great for that.
Yeah, not a service organization, although in what you do, it is a service to the community.
And we do some things that end up being charitable in the end,
Yeah.
but it's not our primary focus.
Yeah. Where are you working these days as a young professional?
I work at the Veridia Group, which is a commercial real estate and development company.
Yeah, you just tore down the Bunny Bread building.
You bet.
I'm excited about that. I love what Veridia Group does, the way they develop things.
Thank you.
I'm really excited about the project there.
It should be fun.
Are you looking for members all the time for this group?
Always. Yes, we have a lot of members who are actually still college students. It's a great way to get kind of integrated into the young business atmosphere while you're still in school.
Yeah.
Come hang out with some old timers. We can show you how it's done.
Now, if someone wants to find out more, you've got a website they can visit to find a little more information?
We do 40belowmqt.org, 40belowmqt.org. And all of our events are on there, all of our information, applications, membership forms.
So if they want to join, they can find out how to do it there.
Absolutely.
Is there much cost involved?
$50 a year, gets you a free t-shirt, a window decal. I mean, come on.
What a deal.
I know.
Yeah. Personally, have you found that this has been valuable to you as a young professional?
I have. For me, I'm from Marquette, so it's easy to get stuck. You know, I have my friends, I have my circle.
Right.
So it's great to come across people that you normally wouldn't otherwise, people that you might not be friends with.
Well, let's use that as a transition. People like John
People like John, who I would never hang out with if I wasn't stuck with him in this group.
John, nice to meet you. I'd never met you before.
Meet you as well.
You tell me you work at Getz's. You're a young professional as well. Are you from Marquette?
I'm from Iron Mountain originally.
Okay, great. Well, nice to have you here. Now, one thing you guys got going is a conference. You have a big conference. You've done this before. Is this your second year?
This is the second year of the conference. Last year, conference turned out wonderfully. We really had a great attendance, topped about 200 people. And really started to realize what was possible, and the reach throughout the whole UP was the important part.
What kinds of things can people expect at the conference?
Sure. So I guess really to break this down, the conference has 4 main keys. We want to connect people, of course. We want to develop people's skills. We want to build better leaders, and we want people to be inspired. And I think that those portions are going to be factored into every piece of that conference. The big portion for what we really enjoy and what we really like, and it's a big pitch for us, is that from a business standpoint, there's tons of benefit to sending an employee or employees to this conference. It's going to well round out those employees and those people in general. Connecting the UP is kind of key. We had a great attendance from the West End. We're looking forward to a big delegation from Dickinson County this year. And again, that West End amount is going to come. When I speak West, I'm talking Ironwood, Houghton, that type of area.
Sure.
So,
who's invited?
Everyone is invited. If you're under 40 and you're a business professional in the Upper Peninsula, please visit our website, check it out. As always, you can contact and get directly involved through Lake Superior Community Partnership as well.
Yeah, okay. And the date and time of this event?
Sure, date and time is, that's Tuesday, April 30th.
Okay.
Coming up fast, it's going to be 7:30 to 4.
Yep.
There's going to be a few little pre activities the night before, and then possibly a little mixer shortly thereafter.
Okay, so if people want to come in the night before, they can do some social networking?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. I would imagine that this is valuable to the people that come in from other communities, but also valuable to your Marquette members.
Absolutely. Getting people together and allowing them to spend more than a half hour, 45 minutes together is a big win out of that event. It really builds...
You leave with so many talking points.
Absolutely, and it builds relationships, relationships that are hard to build in that very short period of time. If you can sit with the person for 3, 4, 5 hours and break some bread with them and have a lunch with them, that's great. One of the two things we're really excited about with the conference as well is we're bringing in a speaker. His name is John Beeson. I'm sorry, Dennis Beeson.
Dennis Beeson.
Yep, Dennis Beeson will be here, and he is going to be incredible from the motivational standpoint. And we're really fortunate to have Bob Jackwart from Jackwart Fabrication, Stormy Cromer, coming over to be our lunchtime speaker.
Oh, that'll be cool.
So that fun tie-in UP and then the inspirational side of what they're doing and the ties to the past.
So if you have one, wear one to the
Yeah.
con. If you're Stormy Cromer, you should
It's
wear
always
it.
good to hear from successful people doing it up here, too.
Certainly.
Are there any other of these organizations in the UP or just Marquette?
There are a few other organizations. I know there's an organization in the Sioux. There's an organization in the Dickinson County area, I think, based out of Iron Mountain. And there's a recent up-and-coming one that just recently started in the Keweenaw. I believe their first, I'll give them a little plug, their first gathering is going to be this coming Thursday. And we're hoping to see good turnout for those folks, too. Anything we can do to connect the entire UP. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people in the UP under 40 in trying to build a career.
And they want to stay here.
Absolutely.
And it takes a good job to do it, and people like you kind of enhancing the young professionals.
I think John and I, our master plan, we would like to see a UP Young Professionals organization with all the different counties represented underneath it.
There
I
you
think
go.
we
You're
would
going to
love to see that
have
happen.
close to 200 people here for your conference. You can maybe get that started. Again, it's Tuesday, April 30th, 7:30 to 4 at the Holiday Inn in Marquette. Go to their website to register for the conference. Go to the website to find out how you can become involved in 40 Below.
Yes.
All right, good. Well, maybe we'll have you guys on again next year for your 3rd conference.
Thank you very much.
John and Anna, thank you very much for joining us. Good luck with that. I won't be going for obvious reasons. Stick around when we come back. The Marathon Man. Don't go away. All right.
At Bell, we understand how important your family's health is. After all, we have families too. We know that sometimes it takes more than a kiss from Mom or her chicken soup to make you all better. Bell Medical's family physicians treat you as if you were part of our family. Our families treating your family. Family Practice.
We believe success comes through more than just hard work and determination. It's about the belief that you get out of life whatever you put into it. This is why the Gilbert Dairy strives to provide you with the highest quality dairy products possible. And with 70 farms located throughout the Upper Peninsula, Gilbert is more than just a name, it's a lifestyle. So from our family to yours and throughout the communities of the Upper Peninsula, we'd like to thank you for your loyalty and support. Gilbert Dairy is helping the UP grow 1 gallon at a time.
When the city seems too far away, discover a place that time forgot, but you never will. The Landmark Inn. We've been waiting for you.
Well, all right, got my running in for the day. That was at least around the block. That's what, about a quarter mile? Whew. Man, I'm feeling it though. A little bit of burn, no pain, no gain.
Absolutely.
Tracy Lokken, the marathon man, is here.
Pleasure to meet you.
Let's see, I just got a quarter mile. What do you run on a good training day?
Lately, about anywhere from 15 to 20 a day right now.
20 miles a day. And now, what about training in winter? That's one question. How do you train in winter around here?
I'm outside pretty much every day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No slip and fall problem there?
You know,
no?
not so far so good.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't had any incidents yet this year, but knock on wood, never know.
Yeah,
but you got to be careful, and
Sure.
That's the most important part.
Anything indoor?
A little bit of treadmill. I work at the YMCA, so give a shout out to the YMCA there.
Yeah.
So it's nice we have that facility here in town that I can utilize as far as my training goes.
For people who don't know you, people who don't read the sports section and watch the sports, this is Tracy Lokken. I call him the marathon man. You are a world-class long-distance runner. There's no doubt about it. You've run the Boston Marathon, I don't know, how many times?
About 5.5.
And best finish in the Boston Marathon?
24th last year.
24th of all entrants.
Yeah.
And you won your age group, which is?
Right now it's 45 to 49. Yeah.
45, and you won that last year or 2 years ago?
I won it last year, and I won it the year before.
So, you know, when we say world-class long-distance runner, those numbers bear it out. I mean, the Boston Marathon is the gold standard, isn't it?
Pretty much. I mean, there's 5 of you know, the big marathons, but Boston's the oldest.
Sure.
This is going to be the 113th running, and a lot of history there and things like that. And
someone we all know about. Yeah. Have you run, say, Chicago, New York?
No, actually, I haven't. Being a master, Twin Cities is kind of where the U.S. Masters Championships are held every year. Usually it's the first weekend in October. And I've just been fortunate enough. I've won that U.S. Championship 3 times, and it seems to be like every other year. So this past year, I ran 2:25, 2 hours 25 minutes and 32 seconds, and took 6th. And last year I ran 2 hours 24 minutes and 42 seconds and won it. So, but I'm getting a little older. I'm 47, but I'm still in the game, and I got to watch out for these young guys.
And you're still in that 45 to 49
exactly.
age group. Yeah. Now, when you say you won or you finished placed highly, what kind of money's in that?
You know what? It can range anywhere from you know, a marathon as much as 10 grand. To some of the shorter races where it can be $1,000 here and there, but things can add up.
Yeah, and that helps, but obviously that's not the only reason you do this. You're just a runner, right?
Born and raised, I think. I think when people ask me, how long I've been running, I've been playing sports my whole life. Ever since I was about 5 years old, I've been, started off with baseball, and then, went to soccer, did a little bit of Pop Warner football, and that's where it all started.
Played some basketball too. I know
exactly.
You're a real gunner. I know that.
I like to run up and down the court.
Sure.
I like to get everybody involved, have fun, and I mean that's the most important thing.
Well, you and I played softball together. Just
absolutely.
A lot of fun, good time.
Yes.
Yeah. What type of training do you go through other than what we're talking about, just running? What types of things do you do?
For the most part, a lot of it's, some strength training stuff, a lot of plyometrics. Like I said, I work at the YMCA, so with the amount of mileage I put in a week, especially training for a marathon, but even not training for a marathon, I'm usually around 100 miles a week. And, as the older you get, the body can break down, so I need a lot of strength training, with stability balls and, like I said, plyometric lunges, and, I got a new program now. I'm doing some swimming, and it's increasing my cardio, it's increasing my VO2 max, which in turn it's increasing my strength, which means I'm able to sustain a high pace for a longer period of time.
Yeah. So it's not, obviously it's not just running with someone at your level. There's a lot of different things involved.
Absolutely. It's cross training is the cliche now. Yeah. Back in my day. It was exactly. It was basically it was softball, basketball, football, and that's it, and just go and have fun.
Yeah. What about body fat? Do you keep track of your body fat?
No, the last time I got it checked was way back in my 20s when I was at Northern. I think it was like around I want to say anywhere from 2 to 3%. But I don't know. I eat like a horse. I'm pretty lean, but I'm burning stuff. But I don't question things. I mean, as far as running and things like that, my body's held up pretty well, and I've had a few little incidents here and there, but I mean, that's the learning curve.
Yeah, speaking of which, you've worked with my friends over at Advanced Center for Orthopedics. They've been important in your progression too, kind of trying to keep you healthy.
Absolutely. I had meniscus injury back in 2010, and going into Twin Cities. It was about 3 weeks before Twin Cities. It actually was about the 3rd week, September. And I noticed a little kind of a cyst on the back of my right kneecap. And I did Twin Cities, came back and got into ortho, at Advanced Orthopedics, and saw the doctors there, and they said it was pretty conducive, with a cyst to a meniscus tear. And so I said, what are my options? They said, well, we can either trim it or repair it, but as you get older, it's a lot easier to trim them back than it is to repair, because I guess the blood flow and things like that. So I said, when can we do this? Well, they had me in within a week, and I did the rehab and everything like that. And December 25th, 2010 I put the shoes back on after doing all rehab and everything. And Florida was my first race in March. Down in Jacksonville. It's actually the U.S. 15K Open Championships, but there's Masters money involved and things like that. And I ran 47:30, which is like 5:07 pace. Yeah. Probably about 10 weeks after coming off of meniscus surgery.
So they fixed you up.
Pretty much.
Okay. You got a full schedule coming in 2013. We're going to keep an eye on, and we'll watch the Mining Journal, watch the sports reports, and find out just how Tracy Lokken does this year. Good luck to you. Thanks for joining me. Have a good run, my man.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it very much.
Tracy Lokken. All right, stick around. We come back. We're going to find out about some tourist park updates, so don't go away. All right. You can stay right there.
A typical week of training for me is about 120 miles a week. In 2010, I had a meniscus tear after the Twin Cities Marathon. And so when I had my injury, I didn't have a second thought of where to go. I knew Advanced Center for Orthopedics, the doctors there, a lot of them are affiliated with sports. I knew that I was in the right hands. Advanced Center for Orthopedics got me back to my passion, and I recommend them highly.
City Insurance has you covered. Located on Washington Street, Marquette.
The Doug Garrison Show is brought to you in part by Cliffs Natural Resources, a global mining leader with local investment and impact. Cliffs Natural Resources. And by Reflections Hair Salon, featuring professional stylists, a family-friendly atmosphere, and prices to suit your budget. For an appointment, call Reflections at 226-0175. All right, thanks for sticking around. I'm glad you did. With us now is Carl Zuger, Assistant City Manager and Community Service Director for the city of Marquette. Carl, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I asked you to come on because there are things going on with Tourist Park specifically. The city's looking at making some changes there, kind of updating and redesigning it a little bit. I was at a public hearing about it, and I don't know if it was a hearing, but just public input. Yep. You're getting input from people to find out what the people who use it want to do with it and want to see happen. Is that the process?
Yeah, really, the project sort of started in that we've got a couple of major things happening out at Tourist Park. We've got a ball field that's being decommissioned, and we've got a new...
Which doesn't get used much anymore.
Right, it doesn't get used much anymore. The city has 9 other fields that get a lot of use. Right. And then we're getting a new beach because of the new dam that was put in by the BLP. Yeah. And so really that sort of sparked the process, and that was actually featured in the master plan. And so we've gone through and we've started to, the commission looked at it as a priority. We were able to get a consultant to help us out with the process, and so we're kind of going through that and trying to get the public input as to what's their vision of the park and where they want it to go.
Yeah. Well, I'm impressed with that. I think it's kind of a jewel out there, and I'm glad to see you're looking at and making it even better. The idea is to kind of make it, it serves 2 purposes. It serves as a campground and then as a day park.
Right.
And you're looking at maybe splitting it up so it's a little more usable for those 2 purposes.
That's right. If you look at it, the north part of the park is really for day use, and there's some incredible assets up there in terms of the blue ways and the green ways is what they call, which is the water and the green space that we have. We've got trail access to the NTN trails as well as the North Country Trail, and then and certainly the beach, like I said, as well as almost 2 acres of green space that'll be available for performances. You know that we host the Hiawatha Music Fest out there, which is a wonderful partner for the city. It'd be a great place or a great venue for them to expand with their festival. The south part of the park is the campground. It's a 110-site campground. It's a great opportunity to actually go in there and see what other trends that we can sort of address. Some of the elements of that plan include in establishing yurts or small cottages or small places in which folks can come that don't have RVs or don't have tents. They can actually utilize the park, as well as drive through and universal access for those that have physical needs, being able to be a park that
a lot of different uses for that park. We saw some of the slides there. We saw how the park looks today and some of the features of what you're looking at. But the most important thing to know right now is that the people still have a chance for input in this.
That's right. All of our planning processes have a lot of public input. This community, I think, really values that opportunity to be heard. And so we've already had quite a bit, and the next phase will be going to actually the Parks and Rec Advisory Board, which is an open meeting to the community in April to allow the Parks and Rec Advisory Board to sort of hear the concepts and make some determinations so that then they will make a recommendation to the City Commission.
And you said you don't know the date of that meeting yet, but it'll be on the city website. So go to the city website, mqtcty.org. For all this information, it's there to find out when that meeting is. If you want to have some input into the redevelopment of Tourist Park, certainly show up at that meeting. Well, like I say, I'm excited about that. I know there's also some plans for possibly including some things like frisbee golf. My friend Buck is into frisbee golf. A lot of opportunities there for what people might want to do. But it's important if people want to have some input to show up at one of those meetings and let their voices be heard. Well, I'm excited about that. You indicated there's other projects going on. There's the picnic area, playground area at Presque Isle, the redevelopment of the senior center, all things that are going on. We don't have time to discuss today, but certainly it's important for people to get involved.
And we hope they do.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. There's no chance to complain if you haven't had a chance to get on there and let your voice be heard. And I was very impressed with the people who ran that meeting that you have working on Tourist Park. I thought the guy was very receptive and seemed to hear people and understand exactly what people want.
Very good.
Carl, thank you very much for joining us. I want to thank you for joining us too. I want to thank our guests. We had the guys from the Ice House at Payne Hall with their Bachelor Auction. We had Anna Glenn and John Spigarelli from 40 Below, and of course Tracy Lokken, the Marathon Man. We'll keep an eye on him this summer. Well, thank you for joining us too. Join us here again next week on the Doug Garrison Show.